Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to break down all of the new trade deadline cards that came into NHL 21 Hockey Ultimate Team. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for daily NHL content. Also, coming up this week, starting on my channel, I'll be putting out a lot of MLB videos. So if you are new to MLB The Show and you're trying to get into it for the first time, maybe you have an Xbox. Also, remember that it is going to be free on Xbox Game Pass at launch. So it's literally free if you have Game Pass. But I'm going to say this in my next few videos going on this week is the NHL video is not going anywhere. It's what I do every single day. Those aren't going anywhere. Just on top of it, you will get MLB content, a lot similar to what I have on my channel now. Tip videos, as well as covering all of the new content, and then, videos how to help you guys get a little bit better at the game. So let's get into today's trade deadline cards. All right, so we got a ton of cards. I guess I could just talk about the real NHL impact on them. We got the 94 Taylor Hall to the Bruins, which is probably a bigger, pretty big deal. I mean, Buffalo only got a second round pick for him. A lot of people are saying that they got absolutely fleeced. But I mean, dude, he was going to be gone at the end of the year. Like, they weren't really in a position of strength when it came to negotiating for deadline deals. So Boston wanted him for a second rounder. I'm assuming that's the highest that anyone would have given. So there he is. He's a Boston Bruin, and that helps them because I don't really think they have that great of a forward group. Carter to the Penguins, I think, is kind of inconsequential at this point. Palmieri and Zajac, I like those pickups for the Islanders, as the Islanders are trying to make a push as well. The Leafs did a great job with Riddick and Foligno and throughout their deadline, as well as again, just kind of what they needed. And I'm kind of confused as to what what's going on with Freddie Anderson. Also, talk about my Sharks real quick. Man, Doug Wilson getting rid of Dubnyk, who's like 3-10 and not been very good at all for the Sharks, for a pick, was crazy. And then also moving on from Stefan Nason for a 4th-round pick somehow in that Savard deal. Craziness. We also got a bunch of other deals as well. The big one that isn't in here is the Mantha trade. I guess I can give my reactions to that. I actually think that's a haul for Stevie Yzerman. I know Mantha is kind of a younger player and definitely has the more upside, but Verana's been really good. Panic's not bad at all, and then they got a first and a second. I think that's a great haul for Yzerman. We also got some prime times as well. We're going to talk about the Burns and O'Reilly, as well as the Schultz. All right, let's get into the actual cards. All right, so I'm not going to go through all of them because at this point in the game, a lot of them aren't very good or good enough to have any value. Spark Workhorse on this Jeff Carter card is nice for anyone that is slowly just starting to build a team. 6'3" is great size. He's got good body checking. His shot is nice as well for anyone that's just got a base card team. If you can get these two synergies locked on as well, Jeff Carter is actually really good. A little bit slower, obviously, but again, I think that as you're trying to build up your team, these are the kind of cards you got to round them out with. And also the Spark and 2 to Workhorse is a great synergy combo. Next, we've got the 87 Kyle Palmieri with Speedster and Swarm. I'm not a huge fan of this card. I mean, the shot is under 90. His speed can get to 92, which isn't bad at all. Acceleration can only get to 89 with Spark activated. It's okay, just not my favorite. I do like the fact he's got 2 to Speedster, so if you have him and, let's say, Guy Lafleur, the Silver Guy Lafleur, you already have Speedster activated, but I'm not a giant fan of this one. But, I mean, if he's going for cheap enough, like 20K or 30K maybe, I might pull a trigger. Then we got the Zajac with Howitzer and Heart and Soul. Obviously, Heart and Soul, not really anything special. He's got 97 on the draw, so alone, this is a really good card for anyone that's first starting out in the game, because you get Distributor, he's got 90 speed, his shot is in the 90s, well, the power is with Howitzer activated, but really well-rounded card, 6'2". This is low-key one of the better centerman cards when you're first starting out in the game, if not the best, so definitely look out for this one if you are someone who is starting the game late, looking for a card to upgrade at center from like base cards and stuff. This is an awesome option. And then let's talk about the 94 Taylor Hall with Distributor and Wingman. Not going to lie, guys, you could get this card and you would not have to replace him for the rest of the game. I talk about endgame cards quite a bit at this stage of the game. What I mean by endgame cards is that the attributes that are important for the position the card is playing, no matter what comes out following, you aren't going to be missing all of that much. So he's got 98 speed, 99 acceleration with Spark by +1. Agility can get to 99. His shot is basically max. His hand stats are almost max. His stick checking, defensive awareness are in the mid 90s. Like, there's really not much else you can do. Like, you're just nitpicking. So if you were to get this card, like I said, you won't have to worry about upgrading at left wing for the rest of the game, because the only thing that you're going to get more of is slightly more body checking or slightly more stick checking defensive awareness. And if you have Swarm, like, it already increases that as well. So, I mean, I wouldn't really worry about it. So, like I said, this is an end game left-hand winger, and Taylor Call cards have played great in this game. Let's take a look quickly at what he's going for. It's going to be a lot. Yeah, like, you're going to have to pay, I would probably pay around 600, maybe a little bit less. I think he'll drop a little bit, like 650 to 7 is probably the range he's going to sit in. And like I said, it seems like a ton, but you won't have to replace it for the rest of the year. He should fall in price, though, a little bit. So just keep a lookout, as he is going to be a really good card. Next up, let's look at some of the prime times. We got the 95 Brent Burns with Barrage and Gladiator. It's the same thing with Brent Burns. It's just he plays so slow. 6'5", 230 with 89 speed and 90 acceleration with synergies. And if you don't have them, it's even worse. Everything else is maxed, essentially. But without a skating synergy, it's really tough to recommend Brent Burns. Like, I obviously love him as a Sharks fan, but there's so many good right-handed defensemen that I like more. Like, even like the 92 Seth Jones, the Dougie Hamilton, you know, those kind of cards. Like, he's very good in his own zone, like elite, but again, a lot of my player base is going to struggle with down the wing defense. I'm trying to help with that in some videos that are coming out, but you know, like, it depends on his cost, because he should be cheaper because of his synergy combo. Like, if he got down to like 500K, I would consider it. But like I said, he is going to play awfully slow. Next, we've got the 94 Ryan O'Reilly, max on the draw, which is kind of pointless as to why he is Thief. I don't understand, but regardless, at least he's a centerman. Everything's maxed there. So the 89 speed and then acceleration can get to 93. His shot is in the mid-90s. This is a really good card. Again, you would not have to replace this card at center unless you're nitpicking. The only downfall is he doesn't have a team-based synergy. But again, you know, should be, yeah, around low 400s, high 3s is probably the right price. You, again, like I said, if you're looking for a penalty killer or a bottom pairing centerman, if you have a high-end team, that is, then yeah, you can go ahead and pull the trigger here. Is that this is a great defensive centerman card, and his shot's elite as well as his hand stats. Like, the only thing is slow is his skating. However, centermen don't need as high of skating as the other positions. So a really well-rounded card. And then the last card I want to talk about today, the 90 Justin Schultz with 1 to howitzer and 1 to light the lamp, obviously making him a really good card. 6'2" right-hander. He can get up to 95 speed, 93 acceleration. His shot is nice with howitzer activated. Defensive awareness and stick checking are great. Like, this is a really good right-handed defenseman card for anyone that can't afford a master item and you're looking to upgrade. Like, this is a really good one. He should fall under 200, and that's where I'd pull the trigger. I think he's a really good card for that price. And for anyone that's looking for a big right-handed defenseman and you can't afford, you know, trying to think off the top of my head here, like Hamilton or Philip Myers, this is a really good card to bridge the gap, and I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's content. However, guys, I am going to release the next video of my Breaking Plateaus series. If you are stuck in Rivals and you're not in Division 1, you're trying to get a little bit better, I'm making a video series that will literally walk you through how to get into the next set of divisions. I've broken it down by gameplay as well as some strategies and things that will specifically help you improve your game all the way throughout. So check that out. Let me know what you think. Guys, don't forget to subscribe for daily NHL content. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.